but the triangles are exactly the same. So a couple of things you need to remember: if a side has the same markings on it, like a 1 dash, 1 dash, then they're equal. If they have the same number of arrows on them, they're parallel. To say parallel really quickly, it's two straight lines. To say perpendicular really quickly, it's like the upside down T. The 3 lines means congruent to. Therefore, they're exactly the same. Therefore is 3 dots. And 3 vertical lines means similar to. So the triangles might be similar, but they're different sizes, for example. If you want to write triangle and show triangle, you use the triangle symbol ABC. This is triangle ABC. If you want an angle, angle BAC. Now remember, it's the middle letter. So for angle BAC, we're looking at that angle there because A is the middle letter. And now we use all of this information to quickly write down statements within, proving or finding missing values in congruent things. Now remember, congruency means that they're exactly the same, they're identical. Okay, for a triangle, there are the 4 rules, and then similarly another rule can be AAS. So if all 3 sides are the same, then the triangles must be the same, so the rules being side, side, side. If you have a side, angle side, so the angle is within 2 sides, then those 2 triangles must be the same, and the rule for abbreviation is SAS, SAS. Similarly, if you have 2 angles and the side in between the 2 angles and they're the same in 2 different triangles, then that's ASA. You can have AAS, so if you have angle, angle, side, they'll also be the same. And you can have the right angled one, so if you've got a right angle, the same side and the same hypotenuse, then those 2 triangles are the same. Okay, so we use these 5 rules, SSS, SAS, ASA, AAS, and RHS to show proofs or to find missing values. So let's have a look at some examples. In this question, they're telling us that these 2 triangles are congruent, okay, and they want us to find x, z, and y. Now you can just do this by visualization. X must be 3 because these 2 triangles are the same, y must be 40 because they're the same, and z must be 90 because they're the same. But you've got to actually write it down in a mathematical way. So the first thing to do is state congruence. So you're actually going to rewrite that statement and tell the person that the 2 triangles are the same. These 2 triangles are the same. Then you need to make statements to show each element which is congruent, and then find your answer. So for example, I'm going to tell the person that AD is the same as CD. That's because the 2 triangles are the same. If AD is X, CD is 3, then X must be 3. So you could have used a therefore symbol there. So it's my proof that X must be 3 because AD is X and CD is 3, and they're equal because the triangles are equal. So I'm writing down some proof. So now I want to find y, so I'm going to say angle A. Now remember, angle A could have been BAD, and angle C could have been BCD. So angle A is equal to angle C, again, because we said that triangles are the same, right? If A is 40 and C is Y, then Y must be 40. And we've got one more, Z, so again, angle BDA is the same as BDC, BDA is Z, BDC is 90, therefore Z must be 90. So this is a mathematical way of finding the unknowns, and depending on the mark that this is worth in, say, an exam situation would depend on how much information you gave. If it was just a C-level thing, then you would just say X equals 3. If you actually had to prove it, right, so look at the words in the question, then you'd put this kind of information down. So another thing that they might ask us to do in this kind of maths is to prove that 2 triangles are actually congruent to each other. So we have to make all of the statements in the reverse order and then say the 2 triangles are congruent and give our rule. So looking at this, I can see the rule, easy rule, would be the right angle, a side, and a hypotenuse. So that's my deciding on a rule. I'm going to looking for the RHS rule. That's what I'm looking for. So I have to make statements to show congruence of each element. So I'm going to make statements to say that I have this actual rule, RHS. So I can start with a straightforward one. I can say that the line QP and SR are equal. And this is given to me. This is, how do I know this? This is given to me because I've got the two dashes on each of these. So they're the same. Okay, so that's one side the same. Then I can say that angle SPQ, so SPQ, so this angle here, and SRQ, so this angle here, are 90. And again, how do I know? It was given to me in the diagram. So you have to say how you know. Okay, and now that's my right angle, and I've got my side, and now I need to prove that they have the same hypotenuse. So again, I'm saying that QS is common. If it's common that they're sharing it, so they both have the same hypotenuse. And now I need to make a statement of congruency. So I say, so triangle PQS is congruent to triangle RSQ. Make sure you get all the right letters in the right order, and you give your reason, RHS. And that's how you write a proof for congruent triangles.